The best-selling SUV just made a massive shift, and most people don't even realize how big it is. The 2026 Toyota RAV4 XLE Premium has gone fully hybrid, with a plug-in option pushing efficiency even further. But that's not the real story. Toyota didn't just update it, they rethought comfort, tech, and safety from the ground up. So is this still the practical SUV everyone trusts, or something entirely different now? And more importantly, is it finally worth upgrading? Let's break down what changed, what it means for you, and whether this new RAV4 still deserves its crown. The redesigned Toyota RAV4 2026 is clearly aiming for a tougher, more truck-inspired look. It's more squared off and rugged than before, though not every detail lands perfectly. Some of the grille elements have a bit of a laundry basket vibe, and the taillights may remind you of what you'd see on a Nissan Rogue. Underneath, Toyota's latest 5th-generation hybrid system powers the RAV4. It pairs a 2.5-litre 4-cylinder engine with dual electric motors and an eCVT. Front-wheel drive models produce 226 horsepower, while all-wheel drive versions step up to 236 horsepower, an improvement over the previous 219. There's also a plug-in hybrid version on the way, offering an estimated 50 miles of electric-only driving. For buyers who want something more trail-ready, the Woodland trim adds extra ground clearance, unique styling touches, and all-terrain tires for improved off-road grip. Our test vehicle is the XLE Premium AWD, starting at $37,500. After options and a $1,450 destination charge, the total came to $43,238. It was assembled in Woodstock, Ontario. Fuel economy is rated at 45 miles per gallon city, 38 highway, and 41 combined, about a 3 miles per gallon bump over last year. Getting in and out of the Toyota RAV4 2026 is straightforward for just about anyone, whether you're tall, shorter, or dealing with limited mobility. Once inside, the driving position is mostly well thought out. With the steering wheel set low, it's still easy to see all key information on the driver display, which isn't always the case in modern SUVs. Headroom is generous, and there's a properly placed footrest for added comfort. However, not everything is perfect. The wide center console can feel restrictive, and while there appears to be a soft knee pad, it's actually hard plastic. Adding real padding here would make a noticeable difference. The same issue applies to the armrests, both on the door and center console. They lack cushioning and can become uncomfortable over longer drives. Front seat comfort is decent, but not outstanding. The seats are wide, which helps accommodate different body types, but the flat cushions and minimal bolstering mean you don't feel securely held in place. You may find yourself shifting slightly before the seat finally supports you. Overall, they're acceptable, but not particularly supportive. On the tech side, the updated infotainment system is a step forward. It looks more modern, responds faster, and now includes a proper home screen. Voice commands also work reliably. Our test model features the 10.5-inch display, though a larger 12.9-inch option is available. Interestingly, the smaller screen feels more practical since controls are easier to reach. While physical buttons are limited, it's good to see that a real volume knob is still included. Yes, the volume knob is small, but at least it's still there, something many newer vehicles are starting to lose. The Toyota RAV4 2026 also keeps things familiar with traditional turn signal stalks, headlight and wiper controls, plus a clearly placed hazard button that's easy to hit in a hurry. Where things get a bit frustrating is the climate control setup. While it looks clean on the screen, using it while driving isn't always smooth. You might miss the touch input or need to glance away from the road to find the right icon. That becomes even more noticeable with the driver monitoring system, which can be overly sensitive and quick to warn you if your eyes drift for a moment. While it's designed for safety, it can feel intrusive enough that some drivers may just turn it off altogether. The physical temperature buttons also feel a bit cheap, with a slight squeak when pressed, something you don't expect at this price point. On the practicality side, storage is solid overall. You get cup holders, a wireless charging pad, an extra slot for a second phone, a useful shelf underneath, large door pockets, and a decent center console bin. That said, the lack of rubber lining in areas like the cup holders means items can slide around and rattle, which gets annoying over time. One clever touch inside the Toyota RAV4 2026 is the dual-opening center armrest. Both the driver and front passenger can access it from their side, which is genuinely useful. It also flips into a flat tray if you press the side buttons and rotate it. Handy for setting items down, even if Toyota officially says not to use it for food or drinks. The overall cabin design leans more toward function than luxury. It has a rugged, industrial feel, but that comes with trade-offs. There's a noticeable amount of hard plastic throughout, on the dashboard, door tops, and other touch points. Some smaller details like rough edges on the sun visors and control stalks also stand out more than they should at this price. For over $40,000, you'd expect a bit more padding and refinement. Moving to the rear seats, entry is still easy thanks to the flat roofline and low seat height, though the door opening isn't especially wide. The rear wheel slightly gets in the way when stepping out, but it's manageable. Once seated, space is decent, but comfort takes a hit. The low seat position makes getting in easier, but it reduces under-thigh support, especially for taller passengers. Even though there's plenty of headroom, the seat isn't raised enough to fully take advantage of it, which can make longer rides less comfortable. In the rear of the Toyota RAV4 2026, space is solid even for an average height adult around 5 feet 8 inches. Headroom and knee room are generous, and foot space is decent, though slightly tighter near the sides. The seat cushion is fairly flat but comfortable, and the seat back offers light contouring with a recline function, though the lever is a bit awkward to reach. Out back, the power liftgate opens quickly to reveal a tall, wide cargo area. There's a space-saver spare tire under the floor, something many modern SUVs skip, though it does mean less hidden storage. The load height is practical, making it easy to lift items in and out. On the road, visibility is a strong point. Slim front pillars and a small triangle window improve forward sightlines, even if the rear pillars are a bit thicker. In the Toyota RAV4 2026, visibility is a mixed bag. The front side windows are long, which helps, but the thick B-pillars can block your view when checking blind spots on the highway. Rear pillars are also chunky, as expected in SUVs, though the large rear quarter window and generously sized side mirrors help reduce those blind spots. On the move, the updated hybrid system feels more refined than before. The added power means it doesn't strain as much, making it quieter overall. From a stop, it typically starts in electric mode, with the gas engine kicking in around 5 to 18 miles per hour. You'll still notice a slight transition, but it's smoother than before. Push it harder, and the engine noise becomes more noticeable, typical of eCVT setups without simulated shifts. The engine can stay at higher revs under heavy acceleration, which adds noise. Still, wind and road noise remain well controlled for this class, keeping the cabin relatively composed.